Atomic bomb tests on Bikini Atoll. The shocking post-war experiment. The war was over, yet in a remote corner of the Pacific, the world was about to witness a spectacle unlike anything seen before, a test so powerful it would change naval warfare, science, and the lives of thousands forever. By 1946, the world had endured the atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, but the United States wasn't done exploring the full potential of these new weapons. The target? Bikini Atoll, a tiny cluster of islands in the Marshall Islands, chosen for its isolation and strategic remoteness. The operation was called Operation Crossroads. Hundreds of ships, including captured German and Japanese vessels, were positioned in the lagoon, a fleet assembled not to fight, but to be destroyed. Scientists, military personnel, and journalists gathered to document every angle of this unprecedented experiment. The first test, Able, took place on July 1, 1946. A B-29 bomber dropped an atomic bomb high above the fleet. The explosion ripped through the air, sinking several ships instantly, sending plumes of smoke and debris into the sky. The world watched in awe and horror. But the real shock came 3 weeks later, during Test Baker. This time, the bomb detonated underwater. A towering column of water surged into the sky, followed by waves of radioactive contamination that would make Bikini Atoll uninhabitable for decades. Ships that survived the blast were coated in lethal radiation, proving the terrifying power of nuclear weapons beyond the battlefield. The tests weren't just about destruction. They were meant to understand the future of warfare, to measure the effects on naval fleets, and to study radiation's impact. A glimpse into a terrifying new era of atomic science. Yet amid the scientific triumph, there was a human cost. The Bikini Islanders were forced to leave their homes, displaced forever. Their paradise became a radioactive graveyard. Even decades later, the lagoon remains largely uninhabitable, a stark reminder of mankind's atomic age. In the end, Bikini Atoll became more than a test site. It was a warning, a vivid demonstration that the post-war world would be defined not just by guns and tanks, but by a power capable of reshaping oceans, islands, and human destiny. The war had ended, but humanity's next battle had only just begun. Not on the shores of Europe or the islands of the Pacific, but in the silent, radioactive waters of Bikini Atoll. A small group of islands forever scarred, reminding us that some experiments can never be undone.